Imagine you are bored with your mundane everyday life, and then you suddenly find yourself in an unfamiliar forest, and you immediately realize that you've been transmigrated to another world. Imagine you find a wounded wolf in the forest, and you immediately go to save it. In the process of saving it, you find out that you have cheat powers and you become a pharmacist. Then you create a potion with your cheat powers and save the wolf. But what's this? The wolf transforms into a cute little lolly, and it seems that she was a werewolf all along. And then the cute little lolly gives you a deep kiss and begins to call you master. Yeah, seems like a scene straight out of the mind of a delusional teenager, isn't it? I thought so too. But believe me, this is exactly how the light novel Drugstore in Another World, the slow life of a cheat pharmacist begins. In the novel, the protagonist gets conveniently transmigrated to an awfully convenient fantasy world, where all the people he meets are nice to him, where the price of potions increases the less it is in demand. It's a place where all the potions taste bad and only he can create the tasty potions. It's a place where even the currency system is the same as Japan, so that he doesn't even have to get his simple mind to work. The protagonist is supposed to be a working adult, yet he behaves like a naive 13-year-old. He doesn't give anything a bit more thought and lives life in the moment. He doesn't get even a little bit anxious after suddenly finding himself all alone in an unfamiliar world, where everyone's a stranger. He runs to save a wounded werewolf in the forest, which any person with even a bit of a brain cell and common sense would find dangerous. His behavior makes me wonder how he survived as a member of the capitalistic human society. He goes around using his cheat powers to make the so-called groundbreaking, tasty potions, and no one ever wonders how he makes them. He immediately trusts anyone he sees, and everyone also trusts him instantly in return. He goes around throwing free potions everywhere and helping others like a saint, which gets him the title of a medicine god. How convenient. If I were to talk about world building, well, there is no world building. It's the same old fantasy world with humans and magical races. There are monsters, guilds, and nobles, and their kingdoms. There is even a demon king, who is too far away to be considered a danger. However, that problem is also conveniently solved once it finds its way to the protagonist, as it is revealed that the Demon King is actually nothing more than a bratty kid who becomes tame before the protagonist's tasty potions. It seems like a world specifically created for the protagonist's convenience, where he can spend his days with little to no complications, surrounded by all the side characters who are there just to marvel at his excellence as the genius alchemist. They are always there to help him with little to no ulterior motives. Things exist if it's convenient for the protagonist, or it simply doesn't. For example, he gets a house for free because it's supposed to be haunted, and when he moves in, it turns out that the house was actually inhabited by a guardian deity who is also a cute girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. So he practically gets a house for free and an OP housemaid and a wife who will do every housework for him. Again, how convenient. His interactions with the various side characters seem quite artificial. There is no character development. All the side characters are just cardboard cutouts. There is nothing interesting about them. It seems that the author, like most of them, has a thing for little girls, as most of the time the girls who like the protagonist are just lollies. And the fact that this light novel is written in a first person perspective doesn't help very much. As for the harem, there are one-dimensional paper doll-like cute girls who fall in love with the protagonist in minutes, all part of the protagonist's convenient lifestyle. Now let's talk about comedy. Honestly, I don't get it. I can only say that the author's sense of humor is far beyond my realm of understanding. All in all, this light novel is just a rainbow-colored wish fulfillment story gone overdrive, where everyone is a good person, everyone is a friend, and where problems get solved in an instant. I have actually read many similar slow life Isekai light novels and web novels, which were quite a good read, as the authors in those light novels mixed just enough plot points and character interactions with the convenience to keep things interesting. But this novel took the elements of convenience to such a level that it became really hard for me to keep reading this novel. Usually, my policy is to read at least 3 volumes of a novel before I form an opinion about it, and I did the same for this novel. And I must say, it was really hard to continue reading. In my opinion, this light novel is written by a delusional teenager for the consumption of other delusional teenagers. It does not cater towards the more mature readers. Anyways, I for one won't be reading it again. That's all for this review. If you like my work, please like, comment, and please subscribe to the channel. Stay safe and healthy till we meet in the next video. Thank you.